also a choice. Marriage is a commitment to put in work so that your marriage becomes successful. And that's what we want. That's why we want to come to you every week to help build your marriage
Yeah.
so you can experience successful a successful marriage, a prosperous marriage, because it is not based on how you feel all the time. Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. So it's not based on feelings. You can wake up one day and say, "I don't feel like I'm married," but you made a covenant before God with your spouse.
Yeah.
So whether you feel like it or not, you still are married, and both partners must work at being successful.
Yeah.
So tonight, what I want you to do, and then we're going to leave space for some questions. I want you to view your marriage like that of a home, a house, a home that you live in. In your home, you should make sure that it is protected, it is secured, it is safe. And many times before you go to bed at night, you check the doors, you lock the doors, make sure the windows are locked. Even when you wake up in the morning, may have to go to work or whatever, you make sure everything is secured. Why? Because if your property is not secured, if it is not locked down, so to speak, it's subject to intruders coming in, and they can wreck your property.
Yeah.
So I want you to look at your marriage like that of a home tonight, because our marital relationship has many doors, and those doors must be secured to make sure intruders will not come in. Even in our marriage, we got to make sure those doors of our marriage are secured if we do not want intruders. And many people that talk to Dr. L, talk to myself, some of them may talk to you, many are losing their spouses to other people simply because there are areas in their marriage that they do not lock down.
Mm-hmm.
They do not secure properly.
That's good.
For example, you get ready to go to bed at night. You lay your head on your pillow. You're ready to go to bed, but you have not locked down or you have not secured the door of communication. You have things on your heart that you have not shared with your spouse. Mm-hmm. And then if your spouse try to share something with you, you are not completely listening to your spouse.
Yeah.
So you have not locked that down. Mm-hmm. So now some other people may come in, intrude, and listen to everything your spouse has to say. So you need to lock down communication in your marriage. Mm-hmm. Another example, you perhaps have not locked down or secured the area of romance. You are so busy with the busyness of marriage, making that money, cooking the food, raising the children, and you have not taken time out to be romantic with your spouse. And if you don't lock that down, someone else can come and do all they can do because the door is open to romance your spouse. Mm-hmm. Another example, and then I'll let Dr. L come in. You have not locked down, just giving examples of how we need to secure our marriage. Yeah. You have not locked down or secured the door of attraction. Mm-hmm. Attraction, maintaining yourself, keeping your appearance up, mm-hmm. being the person that your spouse can gravitate to and remain attractive to. Lock it down. Yeah. Lock it down. You know how you was looking when your spouse met you. Keep yourself up. Mm-hmm. You may say, ooh, I gained a few pounds. That's okay. He loves you. She loves you. But keep yourself up. Just because you gain some pounds, that don't mean you say, I gained pounds. I guess I won't brush my teeth today. No. Keep yourself up. And then one last example that just came to mind is some of you have not locked down or secured the door of nurturing. Everybody seems to care about your spouse way more than you.
Yeah.
That's not good. Everybody begins and appears to care about your spouse more than you. Your spouse can find consolation. Your spouse can find encouragement from everybody except you.
Yeah.
You have not locked that down. So these are doors that if we're not careful, they'll be wide open. Even if there's a crack, they can sneak in. An intruder can sneak in and cause your relationships to be wrecked because you have not locked down these different doors. If you do not lock down these doors, you will always find some unwanted and unexpected intruders in your marriage. You got to think now before you come to pastor, before you and I don't want to say this, but go before a judge. You really think, is my marriage on lockdown?
Yeah.
Is my relationship on lockdown? Did I close all these doors to make sure no intrusion? Just like I close the doors at night before I go to bed. I lock everything up when I get ready to go to work. Have I locked down things on my marriage that would make sure intruders stay out? And see, a lot of this locking you got to do on the inside. When you go to bed, you lock it from the inside. You turn the alarm on, all of that to secure a good night rest.
Yeah.
You got to secure your marriage also.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I wanted to share with the ladies, once we get married, and I'm talking about this again because I've spoken to someone about this as well. Once we get married, we feel like we got them, so we don't have to keep ourselves up. We don't have to wear negligees. We don't have to wear, I don't even know, do they still call it negligees? But the little cute nightgowns. You feel like you might have gained weight, so he's not going to be attracted to you because you're wearing this nightgown or whatever. That's not true. Men, they are moved by what they see.
That's right.
Right? They're moved by what they see. So if there's an issue in your marriage, and I'm not saying sex is the only way to resolve a problem or whatever, but if the issue is about romance and about ministering, so to speak, ministering to your spouse in that way, then it's time for you to step it up by, going to buy some nightgowns or negligees and minister to your husband. It's okay to listen to some romantic music. It's okay. It's okay to listen to romantic music. Men, you need to, put lotion and stuff on your hands so you won't be cutting up your wife when you touch her. Communication, again, going back to the romance part, you have to communicate what you like and what you don't like. I know we said this before, but I guess people are not quite getting it because I'm still getting phone calls.
Yeah.
So you have to communicate to your husband and to your wife. Lingerie. Thank you, Pam. That's what it is. Lingerie. You have to communicate to your husband and to your wife what it is you like and what it is you don't like. Okay. I was reading what you all were saying, and I kind of lost my train of thought. But you have to communicate what it is you like and what it is you don't like. If you don't like him putting his tongue in your ear, then tell him, don't do that. I don't like that. If you don't like him touching you, on your butt, tell him I don't like that. There are things that you have to discuss when it comes to the romantic part of your marriage. All right, the romance, the what word I'm looking for?
I think that's the word.
The intimacy of your marriage. Share what you like, what you don't like. Share, and don't worry about if it's gonna hurt their feelings or not. You're just sharing it. You're sharing it in love now. You don't say, "Look, why don't you stop doing that?" That ain't. You don't do it like that. Come on now. He's making his best moves on you, and you not liking it, but he thinking he's doing great because you're not saying anything. Same thing with her, with him. I mean, she's thinking she's doing great because you're not sharing with her what it is you like and what it is you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're not doing it in a loving way. You're doing it in a sense where it feels like you're putting her down or you're putting him down. And so that'll close a person up. And then now both of you are frustrated because you're not being satisfied during that intimate time. You have to talk. I know we keep talking about communication, but people are not getting it. And we trying to get you all to get it. Talk.
Yeah.
Communicate. Women, put on that lingerie, girl. You say, "Oh, I don't have it. I ain't had it since 1962. Okay, then go and get it again. I mean, go get something new. You ain't had it since 1998. Go get it. Go get something. You ain't had it since 2001. Okay, go get you something. Bring his attention back to you. All right? Bring his attention back to you. It's okay to be romantic. It's okay to do certain things behind closed doors. Everybody don't need to know what you're doing behind closed doors.
That's right.
All right? That's between you and your spouse. So lock the door or shut the door on all the negativity that comes with marriage and open the door to the positive stuff. Lock down, secure that romantic area in your marriage. All right? Get rid of insecurity. I'm going back to insecurity. Women, the man loves you. Okay, you got a bump here, you got a mole here, or whatever it is that you got, fat here, you got, baby fat, around your waist, or whatever it is, you got to get over that insecurity because that's your husband. All you want to do is make love in the dark because you don't want him to see your body. You don't think he can feel it? I mean, he knows what's there. He can feel it. He loves you. He's not worried about all of that you're talking about. He loves you. Now, if you have a problem with you, then you do something about it. You do something about it.
Yeah.
You understand? Do something about it. But you got to lock that door. You got to secure that door of insecurity. You got to get rid of it. What I mean by secure that door, I'm talking about locking it out. Locking it out.
Yeah, so make sure your marriage, I'm talking about you, can't think about everybody else, your marriage is on lockdown to the point ain't no intruders coming in wrecking nothing.
And insecurity is an intruder. For real.
Yeah, don't let nothing come in and wreck your marriage, mess up your marriage. That's why I close all the doors, close all the windows, anything that can have an entrance into your marriage, lock it down. And you keep your marriage secure. You keep your marriage safe. And you keep your marriage saved. I ain't talking about born again saved. I'm talking about saved from anybody trying to come in and mess it up. All right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my message tonight. I don't know if you had anything else, and we'll open up for
No, that's good.
questions.
We can open up for questions, but that was good.
We give you all a lot of information sometime.
Yeah.
And, they said the attention span is only about 20 minutes. So I'm learning to shorten things, even in my messages, try to shorten it for people can really remember. So it's on you now. Questions about what we talked about tonight. If Dr. L, if you finish with your...
Yeah. You all can come on with the questions. We're here to answer any question that you have. Any question you have.
So
So
I
use
always come
Facebook.
here to be a blessing to you and just want you to know we love you. We're here for you. Want to have a word for you to be a blessing to your marriage. That's what we want to do. We want to serve you.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know, it's good to see other people enjoying life, enjoying marriage. Yeah. It's good to see other people enjoying marriage. You
It
know,
really is.
My husband and I, we have a good marriage. We got a strong marriage, but it didn't come overnight. It took time to build to this point. And even now, sometimes he get on my nerves. I get on his nerves, but he still loves me. He ain't going nowhere.
That's true.
You know,
so true. So true.
We don't really do too much. We don't do too much arguing and all that. I guess probably because we got older. You know, I just look at him and say, "You just got a problem. You got issues." You know, he look at me and say, "Something wrong with you." You know, I mean, you don't take everything to heart. You don't take everything so seriously. You understand? Learn to enjoy your marriage. Learn to laugh together. Learn to, tell jokes. Just learn to enjoy one another. You don't have to be so serious. Stop thinking about, stuff that's going to cause a division between you and him. Just enjoy marriage.
And every now and then just haul off and smile at one another.
Yeah, just smile.
Just give your spouse a smile. Well, you let me like that fun, then just smile.
Yeah. It's creepy, but
just
it might be creepy, but
haul off and just smile.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be a little creepy, but that's okay. If he smiles, she smiles at you, just smile back, look like.
Do what works best for your mate. Get to know them daily.
Amen.
Yeah, that's good.
You definitely have to get to know them daily because they'll change on you.
Get to know. And I know we're in the pandemic. I found out we got questions and statements that some spouses are really learning who their spouse really is during this pandemic.
Yeah.
They're finding out, and they say, "Ooh, I didn't know you was like that." They're really finding each other out during this pandemic.
Yeah.
So, hey, sometimes just smile. Hey, can't say nothing right now. I'm just going to smile at you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Any questions? Somebody said this was short and sweet tonight. Okay,
but
cool.
Heavy.
but we gave you some good information.
That's good information.
This can save your marriage.
That's
Put it
right.
on lockdown. Lock down all them doors.
That's right.
Don't let no intruders in. Nope, not here.
That's right.
The alarm is going off. There it is.
That's right. Make sure that you keep that forgiveness in your marriage. Now, I don't know why I said that, but that just came up in my spirit. Forgiveness. Got to learn how to forgive one another. Yeah, you got to learn how to forgive one another and keep it moving. Keep it moving. So, any questions? Nicole Brown, how are you?
Maria. Mm-hmm. That's Maria. Hey, Maria. It's that niece.
She's grandmama now.
Oh, Lord. Children are children. Having children and grandchildren now.
Yeah, she's grandmama. I'm a great aunt. Jesus. Oh, my goodness.
All right, then.
All right, no questions? Good.
No questions tonight. Well,
if there are no questions, then we're going to get going. Any questions from you, YouTube? The chat line is open, so you can type it. They even have a spot on there where you can record it, and we'll get it. So, hey, Uncle, not Grandma. Grandma. I said a great aunt. Yeah. YouTube, you can type in your questions and we will read it out loud. It don't have to say who you are, but we'll read it out loud and then we will answer that question. So if you have a question, you can definitely type it in because the chat line is open for you. Yes. Let me do it this way so that you can see. See, I just typed the message so now you can see it. You call me grandma. Oh, you are grandma. What you call yourself? Granny or G-Ma? Yeah, but okay, if you all don't have any questions, then we're going to get ready to go. That was quick and short.
Meditate on it. It's powerful. Meditate on it. We enjoyed this message. Thank you. Very good.
You-Ma. Okay. You-Ma. Okay.
All right. Well, bless you.
All right. Bless you all. God bless you, YouTube. You all have a great evening. And we'll talk to you soon.
Amen.
All right. Bless you, YouTube. Facebook. We love you much.